Hey guys, cobradvs here with a pretty cool pickups video, I gotta be honest. This is some pretty good stuff. Pretty cool stories behind a few of them. So let's go ahead and get the more okay stuff in the way. This was from a pawn shop, these two games. They were $2 a piece, so I figured I should probably just get them anyway. The first one's for the Super Nintendo. It's Ren and Stimpy Veediots. I knew there was a pretty rare and expensive Ren and Stimpy game on the Super Nintendo. It turns out it's not this one, but $2, I guess it's probably worth it. And this one's boxed, but it's rather unexciting. NFL football, or NFL Quarterback Club 96. Nope, just Quarterback Club. So, you know, whatever. It's boxed. I figure it's worth $2. I don't know where to start really. I'll go with, yeah, we'll just go. Today I went to this video game store I've never been to, and it's about 45 minutes away from my house. And I had really high hopes. I really had high hopes because I called them a few times. I got an idea of what they had, and the guy on the phone, he sounded like he was going to be sort of the more, I don't want to say dirty, but more unorganized kind of video game shop where you'll find good deals. That wasn't it at all. When I got there, it was, I mean, it was just like reseller central. The prices were so, like, predictably high because as soon as I saw a few of the titles, I walked in, the first thing I went to was the NES games, and I saw they had The Legend of Zelda, so I checked that out, and it was only $10. That's not bad for Zelda. So I was like, well, okay. So I started going through all the other games. The cheapest game I think I saw in the entire store was like $5. And, you know, when you go into a store like that, it's really disappointing because you know you're not going to walk out of there with a good deal. I think I ended up walking out with a decent deal, and it was for a Saturn game that they had for $6.99, and I thought it was worth probably more around $12. So I got it anyway. It was Sonic 3D Blast, first Sonic game on the Saturn, so I'll get that, no problem. So I thought this was a, you know, $7.99 or $6.99, yeah, was a pretty good deal. So I got it, and but other than this, guys, I gotta tell you, they were so high in prices. Like, I'm trying to think of an example. Pokemon games. My friends that went with me, they're pretty avid Pokemon players. They had Pokemon Crystal was $30 for the Game Boy Color, and for the Game Boy Advance, I think it's Pokemon Emerald was $40 loose, just the cartridge. That's absurd. I don't even play Pokemon, and I know that. Some more retro stuff. They had some of their systems, like their Genesis, they're $50. The Super Nintendos were $70 or $80. The NESs were the same. It was a really disappointing trip. But the fact that I walked out with this, yeah, I'll take it. It probably wasn't worth the trip over there though, because I had to put gas in the car. Okay, so from here on out, it's great stuff. I don't want to gloat, but it's great stuff. These three were all from the video game store that I talk about pretty often. It's from the town next to me. It's called Game On. And they have a buy two get one free program that they got rid of. They had it, got rid of it, and now they've kind of reinstated it. So I enjoy going there. I went there not long ago, and what did I get? Well, I got that Mighty Final Fight from there. And I saw that they had Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Tournament Fighters for the NES. Now, for the NES, Tournament Fighters is a pretty expensive game. It's about $50, worth about $50 or so dollars. So I asked the guy how much for Tournament Fighters, and of course he had to, you know, start searching it on his computer, and he kind of was like, "Oh man, I don't know. It's probably gonna be about $50." And I was like, "Yeah, that's what I figured." So so I didn't get it. So I went in there today, or yesterday. It was yesterday, and there was a new guy working. Not a new guy, but a different guy. I still know who this is because he works there quite often. And I said to him, how much for Ninja Turtles on the NES? And he comes back at me with 99 cents. And I said, whoa, that's pretty good. I'll take it. So the games are kind of like laid out, kind of like flat, like up against each other in rows. So you can read the top of the labels and generally see what the game is. So I said, alright, it's the one in the back of this row here. So he gets under the cabinet, you know, pulls it out. He said, oh, this is Tournament Fighters. I said, oh. You know, like, I knew, and I was like, yeah. He goes, oh, alright, well, I'll have to look this one up. I'm thinking, damn it. because he thought when I said how much is Ninja Turtles, he was thinking the original one that's pretty cheap and common. So he looks this one up and he goes, all right, well, it looks like this one's only going to be $3.97, so it's only a couple bucks more. That's when I was like, yeah, okay, all right, yeah, I'll take it. You know, it's like, what the hell? Of course I'm going to get it. So here it is. I went ahead and I did get it. Had a scare with it though. The back label, I can't show you because I've swapped out. The back label is one of the newer Nintendo ones that have the small print. It's for more of the late releases. A lot of those games have it. It was ripped and it had the word CJ or something written on the side. This was ripped and said CJ. So I have the bit to open these up. So I went ahead and switched it with a cheaper game that has this label. So it looks really well, really good. I couldn't get it to play. I cleaned it. Couldn't get it to play with rubbing alcohol. Nothing. I finally, Intellivision Dude actually taught me this. You unscrew it. Excuse me. You take an eraser and sort of like rub out the pins. Damn. Excuse me. So I did that and then went over it with alcohol again. I got it to work. I was so excited. So $3.97, and that's not even the best news about this game, and I'll get to that in a second. Alright, so another NES game that I got for, this one was $9.99, I think, which is about half of what it usually goes for. It's River City Ransom. There's a little faded marker here, but that's not a big deal. So I got River City Ransom finally. I remember Neo Flynn talking about this on an episode of Rattlecast. So I'll finally have my own copy. I have played it, but I have my own copy. So, alright, so this last game is pretty cool. I already have the game. I didn't have it boxed, and when it's on eBay boxed, it usually fetches a price. It usually does. I've seen it go upwards of over $50. So I asked him how much, and he said $20. I didn't instantly jump on it, but I thought, you know what, I'm never going to find this game boxed for this price. So I'm going to go ahead and get it, and it's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 4, Turtles in Time. No manual. No manual, so I'm after a manual, but those are, they're a little pricey for a manual, but I'll definitely get one at one point. So I get this for $20. Now, like I said, they buy two, get one free. This was the next most expensive game, $20, $10, which means I got this for free. This didn't cost me a dime. That's absurd. It really is. And, you know, some people would say I ripped that store off, but I gotta tell you, it's not my responsibility. It's my responsibility to know what things are worth so I don't overpay. It's their responsibility to know what things are worth so I don't underpay. That's kind of how it works. And I underpaid. I didn't pay a damn dime. So it's, you know, it's kind of their fault. And hey, I'm fine with that. Anyway, like I said though, I do have a copy of Turtles in Time already. So if anybody's interested, I have a cart copy of Turtles in Time. It's in great shape. No tears, labels, nothing. Works. Played it quite a bit, actually. So if anybody's interested in this, let me know. I really just want to sell it. I'm really not interested in trades because I spent a lot of money lately, and I kind of want to make some of it back. So if anybody's interested in that, let me know before I have to put it on eBay, which I don't want to do. Okay, this is the last game, but I'm going to go out with a bang. Anybody who watches Metal Jesus Rocks, his channel, he has an excellent channel. If you're not subscribed to him, you need to. I don't really need to give him a shout out. He's a pretty well known character, but I'll put a link to his channel. Really, really great guy. He did a video where he went to John Hancock's game room again yesterday, and they looked at some of the more uncommon Sega stuff. This was actually one of the games they looked at, and my local place has had it for a while, and I've kind of wanted it. Actually, I've really wanted it, but I've never really wanted to fork over the money, or I didn't have it. Well, today I had it, and I thought, you know what, I'm never, like with Turtles in Time, I'm never going to see this game complete for this price. So I went ahead and got it, and it's The Punisher on the Genesis. I don't know why this is rare, but I remember when I got a new subscriber, his name is One and Only. I guess I'll put a link to his channel as well. Check him out, he's a cool guy. And he said he picked up a rare Genesis game, so I went and checked out his video, and it was The Punisher. So he was lucky enough to get it, and now I was lucky enough to get it. So I'm pretty excited to have this. It's probably one of my more rare Genesis games, right up there with Splatterhouse 2 and 3. So I'm pretty happy with that. I'm trying to look at what other rare Genesis games I have. It's not really important, but And notice here there's a little advertisement that says free Punisher skull tattoo included inside game box. That's not in there. It is complete, but that tattoo isn't in there. But I have seen those tattoos on eBay, and they don't fetch much of a price. They're like less than $5. So I think I might try and track one of those down to make this 100% complete. That'd be pretty cool. So that is everything. That is 100% everything. The highlights of this pickups video are no doubt these two games right here. I mean, with this only slightly behind it. You know, I'll take this stack of games any day. So yeah, that's everything. Thanks for watching. If anybody's interested in Turtles in Time, please let me know. And until next time, guys, see you later.